Today I'm in central Washington in this beautiful pine and oak forest to talk to you a little bit about fire lighting in extremely wet conditions. I was here a few weeks ago and there was 3 feet of snow, but since then it's been raining and everything's starting to thaw and the ground is just completely soaked. Everything's really wet. And if you're not familiar with this type of environment, you might think what a nightmare to get a fire started on a day like today. But if you apply a little bushcraft, it's actually one of the easiest fires you'll ever start. And it's so easy, in fact, I'm going to show you how to do it if you didn't even have a cutting tool. Okay, so the first thing to do is collect the driest wood that you can. And in this case, it's going to be these. My friend in the Forest Service calls these fire ladders, because when a fire starts, these are dead dry and they catch on fire and the fire shoots right up to the top of the tree. So we're going to use these today to get our fire started. And you can see when they break, they're just dead dry. They snap like that. So this is going to be perfect for what we need, and I'm going to collect a whole bunch of them. Okay, this next piece here that we're looking for is called pine pitch. Pine trees produce pitch like this when they're attacked by insects or by disease, and they produce much more of it than they actually need. And the remainder of it oozes out of the tree like this, and we're going to collect some with this branch to get our fires started, because once this stuff catches light, it just forms this fiery goo that really spreads the fire even to wood that's a little wet. The last thing I need is something that's going to burn long enough to get my pine pitch to catch fire. And these dead pine needles right here that are still on the tree, again, nothing touching the ground because it's all too wet. But this stuff that's still on the tree here is going to be just perfect. Okay, we're going to go ahead and put our fire lay together now. I have those fire ladder branches that we collected earlier forming a base. There's my pine needles on top. And on top of that, I'm going to put my pine pitch. And on top of that, I'm going to go ahead and put some more wood. Now you're probably thinking, what is he doing? These branches are way too thick to get a fire started. And usually you'd be right. We'd start with tinder and small kindling, and we go ahead and start with bigger kindling until we were able to add fuel. But with this pine pitch, you can bypass all that and go right to fuel. And that's what I'm going to show you today. Okay, I just have a strike anywhere match here, and I'm going to set it in these pine needles by the pitch. We're going to get this started. Okay, and there we go. Okay, those pine needles are long gone, but I hope you can see, you see that dripping flame down there at the bottom? That's the pine pitch. And again, it's just covering all of that wood and getting our fire going. Okay, it doesn't get much easier to start a fire than this in any weather. And we got this one going without any steel tools at all. If I would have had a knife or an axe, it would have been that much easier. So I hope you enjoyed this and might have learned a tip or two. Please visit our website at bushcraftnorthwest.com for more bushcraft articles, videos, and information. Thanks very much.